Hi, Geminis. This is your March tarot reading for all Gemini signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm sorry, right? You might be having issues speaking up because just as I started the video, all of a sudden, like I couldn't breathe. Like I went into a little bit of a, phase, like, and like I couldn't seem to talk. Like all of a sudden my throat felt like I wasn't quite able to speak. So you may be having issues within that directly throughout the month. I mean, and you are talking about Mercury coming out of retrograde and being in shadow. And I believe it's in your, what is it? It's your 9th and 10th house, I believe. Yeah, 9th and 10th house. So this is between your reputation, your career, your outer authority, responsibilities in your life or of your life, social foundations, financial success versus your ethics, your morals, your higher truths, your higher understanding, spiritually, soulfully, connection. And do they connect? And I really feel like you've got a tug of war going on between self-judgment and outer judgment. And I really feel like you have a tug of war going on between listening to the soul or listening to the ego. Especially, they're saying, in larger groups versus financial success versus the higher mind. Because I'm getting, okay, the way that it works for me is there's the two sides of my body. A lot of times they communicate on my hands, which is very weird, but that's just the way it is. It's like a palm reader, but it's always on my hand. And the right side usually is everybody else or ego. And the left side is soul. And soul usually isn't speaking up as much as ego does to tell me what's going on. But what I'm getting is relationship grief. Relationship grief, sorrow, shame, blame, pride, fear, and judgment, both on the soul side and on the ego side. I feel like you're having a tug of war with your reputation versus your morals, versus really standing in the power of your true self, your hidden self. And then what does that do to strengthening or not strengthening your personal foundation? And are you overanalyzing it with philosophy, religion, and, the idea of what's right? I'm definitely feeling like you're having, inner outer communication tug of war. Definitely also from the heart chakra to the throat chakra. Well, actually, what I'm getting is I'm also getting sexual energy, like frustration soulfully with this sexual energy. That could be about sex, but it could also be about how you feel about yourself. That would be sacral chakra, because I'm getting root, sacral, heart, and throat. I'm really not getting solar plexus, like as if it's not really being illuminated, like it's not strong, like the others are just refusing to listen to it or work with it. And that's your I am energy. I can, I will it to be so. And it feels like that is just quiet. Something's definitely going on with the community that's going to push you. I feel like it's pushing you against yourself. I feel like it's a test to see if you'll really truly go after your goals, hopes, dreams, or if you'll just let them fade away. There's major self-communication, but it also is major self-communication, but it's just as much powerful communication outwardly on if you have the guts to communicate what you want. Because the other thing that I'm getting is where, like, the heart is afraid to speak it out. I feel like you're putting too much judgment on yourself, and you're possibly bringing yourself down because of it. Let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah, because it's coming in relation. That's pillows in my butt. Yeah, it's got, I'm getting, relationship partners, contracts. And is there cooperation going on? Well, you're the one that's speaking up, so we'll go with you. Are you all the same direction, or have you gotten out of direction? If I have to keep turning them, then I'll flip. But if it's just one or two, then I'll flip them the right way. Because usually I keep my cards all upright, and if Spirit wants it upside down, they'll flip it upside down. But every once in a while, I haven't put them back right. So let me just validate. Yeah. This is the Light and Dark Tarot. I like to show you guys, just in case you like the tarot and you want to go after it. You can. So, Gemini. What is... Apparently, you've got some form of transformation, because that's what started to come out of my mouth. What is the central energy for Gemini for the month of March? What is the central platform energy for Gemini for the month of March? Gemini, Gemini. Platform for Gemini. The central energy platform for Gemini. Spirit, however it is that you're trying to communicate, you're going to have to communicate a different way. I can't understand the difference between that and what I'm doing with my hands at the same time. Thank you, and I do appreciate it. But I can't have both doing the same thing, because I don't know what I'm reading then. Gemini. See what else comes with it. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Platform. The platform for Gemini. Thank you. Well, first off, you are getting the Queen of Pentacles. Then you are getting the Empress. And then you are getting the Queen of Wands. So you are grounding yourself in a brand new power of movement forward in one form or another. You're getting very grounded, very settled, or at least you're trying to. But the Queen of Wands can be very nurturing. She can be motivating. She can be very temperamental. And what I'm getting in the card is all up through here. That's just the way the light's hitting it now. But what I am getting is that blue, courageous energy coming from the heart, which is either telling you that you need to get that to go with this Empress card. I mean, the Empress, the only thing the Empress I feel is the High Priestess. I mean, she's like inspiring to be the High Priestess. She's motherly. She's earthly. You know, she is nurturing. She is creative. She inspires productivity. It's also a Taurus energy. The only thing that the Empress is not is learned how to completely come into her magic. But she is very secure with who and what she is. The Queen of Pentacles is saying that she is definitely grounding in it for a brand new beginning. But if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know once that cheetah pops up, this is taking a new spiritual, soulful dive. The Queen of Wands has the cheetah with her. The cheetah and the tiger is always talking to me about your own DNA shifting to a higher vibration. But this is also being about, can you control your emotions so that you are able to use that fire in positive ways. So this actually looks very good. Let's see, who else is talking? Y'all just messing with me today. Yeah, it is that one. I might have to go in for the third deck. I'm not sure. And then it went to the Thoth deck. Or Thoth, however you want to pronounce it. Tell me more about the platform for Gemini. Tell me more about the platform for Gemini. See, Spirit just keeps giving me reputation. Which is also, in a form, ego. Okay, now not 5 cards. But sometimes ego can be good. Sometimes ego is helping you to get right with situations. So, let's see. Gemini, tell me more about the platform. Gemini, tell me more about the platform. Tell me more about the platform. Because that is obviously the inspired direction. Give me clarification on this platform. Gemini, thank you. All right, the way it came out, first off, like I said, I felt like that was more of a direction of what you're aiming, inspiring to do. But what's coming out of the Thoth deck is the 7 of Discs, which is the 7 of Pentacles. This is feeling blocked. You know, this is learning how to break that limited mindset, which is what she is trying to teach you. Okay, because with that cheetah being there, this is saying, point blank, that you're learning to grow, you're learning to mature, you're learning to spiritually evolve. Your DNA is shifting to a higher vibration. But in order to do so, where this is failure, this is where you're afraid of failure. This is that tug of war that's going on inside of you. This is saying that you need to break your fear factor of failure. This is saying you need to break your limited mindset. You're thinking too small and allowing the panic or the worry or the doubt or the anxiety to keep you from becoming her. Because technically the Empress is above her, but she is saying the Empress truly can't be the Empress, you know, without that DNA shift, without that shift of vibrational frequency. Now, you're also getting the 10 of Swords, which is coming with this. And the 10 of Swords is the destructive power. It's the fear of the heart. It's fear of loss. This is also Gemini Aquarius. You could have air signs or earth signs in this energy for you right now. This is telling you simply need to change how you are dealing with the situation at hand. Because if you don't change your mindset and how you are actually dealing with it, you are not going to get it. Because this is the 3 of Works, which is 3 of Discs, 3 of Pentacles. And this is fulfillment, mind, body, and spirit. It is the wheel altogether. It is finding balance to be able to become these 3 energies. But it's all about breaking your mindset, breaking the way that you are dealing with fear and loss, dealing with, you know, how you're going to change things, overcoming your fear, your factor of loss itself. So I think that's pretty good overall. It's just telling you that you need to change that. They're saying right off the bat, let go of the strife. The strife is not going to serve you, and it will pull you down. Creating extra friction and resistance, it will bring harm to you. Let the strife go. Be the bigger man in the situation. Well, apparently, no matter what I do, you're the one that wants to come out, because that's going to bring your wheel of fortune up. So, like I said, you have all the keys in front of you to, you know, flat out become this empress and take that DNA shift for that high vibration and become it. To be, you know, the Queen of Pentacles and shift into it. It all depends on if you are going to let go of that strife. You're going to let go of, you know, the lower vibrations, the worry of the failure, the worry of the mindset, the fear and the loss. If you're going to allow that to keep you from moving forward, because that's keeping you from your wheel of fortune. And what I'm getting right now from Spirit is the burden of making the change. Is the burden and is the burden of making the change, as well as trying to be too damn perfect. Nobody's perfect. Along with stubborn and inflexibility. Lay the swords down. Whatever fight you've been fighting isn't helping you. I don't want to say walk away and let bygones be bygones, but in a form, let bygones be bygones. This is the 2 of Swords. Very much air energy. Gemini, this is you. You know, dealing with the pros and cons. Trying to create peace in the situation. This is what you need if you want this wheel of fortune to come. Queen of Swords. She's cleansing, she's invigorating, she's inspiring, but she's harsh and has trust issues. This is going back and forth, back and forth. What's keeping you is you're doing this. You are doing this, more or less. You are, or you're wanting to do this and afraid to do this, and maybe that's what you need to do. This is, I mean, in one form or another, because this is making peace, but this is saying, I'm going to stand my ground, but I'm willing to make peace. I will not be walked on. I will not be walked on. I will not allow you to manipulate me and take advantage of me, but I will make peace in a situation, and if you try to provoke me, then I will have to show you. So, let's put our arms down. And let's move forward and allow this wheel of change to happen. I knew that black deck was going to come up. This deck is a deck I specifically created. It's not out. It's why it's still on flashcards, and it looks funny sometimes because, you know, I got really bad drawing skills, but tell me, clarify everything, please. Please clarify everything so far. What am I not seeing? Please clarify everything so far for this reading. What is it that I'm not seeing? Can you raise that? I'm getting a lot of crown energy now. This is definitely about moving into that higher vibration. You're getting, this is, see, you can't really understand any of that. This is Hebrew. It is the cuff. It is the soul opening up. The sun on the horizon. It is the boomerang that you throw out and it returns back to you. The property itself of the soul. Redemption of the fallen spark. That's what this is. You want to move forward. Let me find it. You want to move forward. You are grounded in a brand new beginning. You have the opportunity to become that empress, to change that higher vibration, to move forward. But you do have things that you are fearing, and you need to let go of that fear. The Wheel of Fortune is coming in either way. This is having that harsh tongue, and this is asking for peace. This is redemption of the fallen spark. Don't you understand? By creating peace, laying the arms down, being the bigger person, spiritually, soulfully, saying what needs to be said, but spiritually and soulfully, you know, creating peace, stopping the stagnation. The back of the heads of the thoughts are coming forward. The redemption of the fallen spark. This brings you back to her as well. So then you really, truly are the empress. And whether you want to see it as a feminine energy or a masculine energy, let me help you make sure you're getting this. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords. Empress. You're breaking the threefold into the emperor or the empress that you are. You are nurturing its truth coming out and forward and soulfully connecting with that power that is you. And then where will you take it from there? So tell me, what is going on in up close and personal? What is going on in up close and personal for Geminis? Up close and personal. Up close and personal for Geminis. What is up close and personal? That's your friends, your loved ones, your family, your children, your working environment, anything that's important enough to be considered up close and personal. This is all shape-shifting, Spirit says. Yeah. Because what they're... Oh, there's more. There is the Seven of Cups, which is debauch. There is also the Four of Cups, which is luxury here. This is talking to you about waters of delusion, waters of destruction, waters of rot. Up close and personal. Something that's important to you. Someone that's important to you. Situation within partners and relationships. Addictive emotions and patterns that are not good for you. But learning how to find balance. Learning how to find the blessing and the healing of it. Learning how to appreciate what it is that you do have. Because the Tower is there. So something is definitely ending. And something new is coming. If the Tower is at the end of the thing, then this just means that it's the end of that cycle. It's the end. It's no longer serving you. It's no longer good. And it's best for it to end and come to its end. What is the next thing that's coming out is the King of Swords. The King of Swords. This is also your energy. This is enthusiastic energy. This is the leadership energy. This is forceful energy. you're not going to take the shit anymore. You're done. You're not going to take it anymore. You've brought yourself back to full center. All of the queens and the kings are coming out for you. Turning into the emperors and the empress, more or less. You're not taking this shit anymore. You're ready for the change. You're going to make the change. The tower is happening. You're leaving the shit behind. Princess of Pentacles. She pursues what she wants. She goes after what she wants. Like I said, not having it anymore. Not having it anymore. Not having it anymore. But doing it in a positive way. This is believing in yourself, taking the chance, rising up, becoming the empress or the emperor, being nurturing and loving and accepting of what it is that you want and you need. But the old way, it's done. We're going after soulfully what's important to you right now. We're going after these brand new pentacles. We're nurturing them into grand heights is what just wanted to come out of my mouth. Up close and personal. You have the Yod. Oh, you have 3 of them that came out. Is it? Shit, 4 of them that came out. You have the Yod, which is the first thing that came out. This is the ability to create. The ability to create infinite point of a brand new pathway. The hard work that it takes to create it. It is to thrust the principle into action to react. This is the brand new beginning. You have mutable energy, versatile, flexible, because I'm going from 3 different decks here. Versatile, flexible, changeable, scattered, fickle. You're very quick to act, more or less. The tent in Hebrew, or tet. I can't ever pronounce Hebrew stuff. It is the hidden the hidden investment of the beauty, more or less. It is the modest beauty. It is rising up to the heaven of the new beginning, taking these shifts and changes very quickly, the creativity of it happening very quickly, leaving that 12th house behind. And that is the key here. Leaving the 12th house behind. The subconscious, the hidden self, the self-deception, self-sacrifice, not putting up with the shit anymore. Bringing healing to your life, overcoming that grief, sorrow, shame, and blame. Said, tug of war between soul and ego. And this sounds like, if you're doing it right, egotistically, in a form, you're still getting what you want. Soulfully, you're learning how to do it from the right point of view. Soulfully, you're learning how to change and make things move. Drastic, major changes that will bring you to new heights. But it's all about doing it from a higher vibrational point of view, is what this is. The higher vibration will bring in the manifestation of the change. The lower vibration of all of that failure and ruin will keep you in the failure and the ruin. This is about reclaiming your power, reclaiming the structure of you, overcoming your insecurities. And it's going to change everything. I do feel like I said, that it's the community. It's overcoming your hidden self within the community. It's listening to your higher self, not giving up on your hopes and dreams, and knowing that that ultimately is going to also shift you into your ambitions, your goals, your dreams, financial success. But it starts with now, with the smaller pieces working them way up. I love you guys. Bye.